My Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters scattered all over the earth, and take this moment to say, praise be to his name, and thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in again, and thank you for your subscriptions and your likes and your comments. We're going to ask you, my brothers and sisters, to continue to encourage your friends and loved ones to subscribe to this channel. Praise his name, praise his name. Hallelujah. My brothers and sisters, let me say this, that there is nothing too hard. Nothing too hard. As we in the Psalm 35 and verse 18, remember we did mention that it was an acrostic poem, and so my brothers and sisters, uh, let me say this, that Yahuwah is, Yahuwah is so awesome, is so great, and we just want to thank him for all he's done. All right, the last time we were in verse 18, Psalm 35, verse 18, and we're dealing with a prayer for help. Okay, so David said in verse 18, I will give thee thanks in the great congregation. We talk about what the congregation was. I think we finish on Halal, to shine for him. Say, I will praise thee. It's Halal, which means to shine. I will praise thee among much people. And so, my brothers and sisters, as we boast, as we celebrate, as we declare his love, right? We have to do it among the people. And I want you to notice here that the people here in this form, okay, when we're dealing with the Gentiles by themselves, is a different Hebrew word. Goyi is a word for the Gentiles. But here he said, I will praise thee among much people. He's not just talking about the Gentiles, he's also talking about other Hebrew Israelite people, especially those who are unawakened, right? Other people who are not considered, as Gentile. All right. So, and this word here is used is like I am, I am, okay, okay, and it means folk, right? This word here means folk, okay, people. It is men, nation, people. It is a people, and as a congregated unit. Specifically, when you're dealing with a congregated unit, it could be talking about like the tribe of Israel, a tribe, like those of our ancestors. Hence, collectively, a troop, or it could be an attendance, figuratively, a flock, men, a nation, a people. That's what he's talking about there. That he said he's going to praise Yahweh among many people. Praise his holy name. And so in verse 19, my brothers and sisters, he said here, listen what he said. Let not them that are mine enemies wrongfully rejoice over me. Neither let them wink with the eyes that hate me without a cause. All right. So, let them not that are my enemies. You know who your enemies are. And my brothers and sisters, this is one of the things we need to pray and ask Yahweh to help us. That He give us the favor that those who hate us as a people don't run around rejoicing. They don't run around rejoicing over us. Don't wrongfully use us. Don't wrongfully rejoice over us. The word wrongfully here is a word shekir. Shekir. And, you know, it's the Hebrew word shekir. Shin, kaf, and resh are the three letters that make up the word. And what it means here, my brother and my sister, it means, you know, deception, disappointment, falsehood, you know, something that is wrong. Shakir, deception, you know, disappointment and falsehood. In other words, don't let them do it without a cause. Don't let them, the deceitful people, people who are falsehood and vainly, liar, lying people, they're vain thing, wrongfully. Comes from the word shakar, means an untruth. They lie, and they make it sound like they're telling you the truth. By implication, a sham. My brothers and sisters, I don't want to bring politics into this, but you know, as you read the news and you see some of the people that are being caught and going to court right now, especially people in Georgia, right, who were charged, you know, for lying and trying to overturn election and so on. Okay, they make the thing sound like it's truth. This man who was the mayor of New York, you know his name, right? And was also at one time prosecutor for New York for that district, the southern district. He lied. Here he made some statement that these two people, and he doesn't like dark skin people, he don't like black people. So he tried to defame a lady and her daughter, who were election workers. They were working at the election time. They were working, you know, and he said that he saw them. He was observing and he saw them passing information, like thing that I take from the computer, passing it up. And to find out, the people have it to prove right there that they were just passing bubblegum or candy. That's all they were passing. But he made it up and he make it sound so wicked. And people threaten them, people do all kind of stuff to them. And guess what? $150 million, whatever, you have to pay to those people for defaming them. I don't know where you're going to get the money to pay, but they're going to have to do it. Then there's some other people, some other attorney in there too, who said something was about some machine was doing stuff and giving one party more than the other, and you know, lying, and they make it sound so good that people start believing it, you know. One TV station, Fox, one of the workers there, he did so wicked that Fox have to pay $87 million, whatever it is, for defaming and for lying people by implication and truth. Sham, falsehood. My brother, my sisters, that's what politicians are. And look here, one party is not better than the other. They're all the same. When you come and lying and deceitful, you know, both parties are deceitful and liars. So, you know, we may have our attention on one because so we prefer this one, and everybody have their preference. That's what America is. Everybody is free to choose who they want to be with. But may I tell you, say, both of them are liars. They let you know what you want to hear. But deep down, they are deceitful. And they lie. And the church is filled with people like that. Lying people, vain. You know. vain, wrong, people who are wrong. And they treat people wrongfully, untrue. And we have to be careful as believers. We have to be careful, you know. And so we don't know. We don't know how people are. Okay, but listen to this. Hear what he said here. Let them not have rejoice over me. They're wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. They're wrong. Let them not wink the eyes that hate me without a cause. They're wrong, my brothers and my sisters. They are wrong. And look at the word wink there. The word wink, to wink the eyes, is the word karats. Karats. And the word karats here is to nip or to pinch. That's what the word really means. To nip or to pinch. To wink your eyes, nip. You know, I don't know how they do that. But that's what he said. It is from another primitive root, partially mean to bite the lips, to blink the eyes, bite the lip, and you know, blink the eyes as a gesture of malice. Look at him, man. Look at him over the shoulder. I never forget my brothers and sisters, when I was in Bible college in Jamaica. You know, the pastoral student always have to get churches to go and practice. So I got an opportunity to go to 2 different churches. One, I was going on weekends when I started taking the pastoral theology course. So sometimes I go Saturday and stay till Sunday night and get back Sunday night. Then one, I was doing it in the summertime when we are from long break, summer break. We'll be there from May to August. Go back to school in August or September. So I was in this place in Jamaica, was in a kind of sea fishing area. People do a lot of fishing in that area, and so a lot of sugar cane and that thing was on that area there. So I go fishing quite a few times with some of the kids because I was reaching kids. The adult was terrible in the church, so I say I'm gonna spend a lot of time with the young people, and even the young people they couldn't stand the adult because of the way the attitude was. So anyway, there was this man, he married into a family. Nice brother. And his wife was a pretty nice lady too. But his mother-in-law was terrible, if you understand the term. And so one day they had some kind of conversation, some kind of argument, and the mother-in-law took a brick and hit the son-in-law in the head. So that caused a rift between the family, between the children and the grandmother and so what had happened now, they come to church now. The mother would sit on one side, and then she wouldn't sit on the same side where his daughter and grandchildren and son-in-law was. They would be sitting on one side and she sits on another side. And when you're on the pulpit looking down, you could see everything that is going on if you're paying attention. And this lady, the whole time she's there, she's looking. And man, the church was a kind of a mixed congregation, if you want to say. There's have a lot of East Indian people and African Israelite type people in there. So They're looking at each other. They're looking at each other, and they're cutting the eyes and so, you know, at each other. And I said, man, this thing is not good. This thing is definitely not good. So they used to serve communion every fourth Sunday. You know, some churches do it the first, some do it the second, but they used to do it every fourth Sunday. So I saw the condition of what was going on, and so I told the two deacons, say, look, this time don't set the table. And he said, why not, Brother Josh? I said, because the way these people are, they need to come together. I said, this animosity and quarrels and winking of the eyes and biting of the lips and, you know, squeezing off, you know, and all that kind of stuff, and so on. They're saying that, you know, the people can't take communion with that kind of attitude. So they're waiting for the communion. And so I preached. And when I finished preaching, they were still sitting down. And so I said, service is over. And the same lady who hit the son-in-law in the head with a brick jumped up and told me that I have no right to come and deny them of the Lord's body and blood. I said, you're not worthy. Oh, when I was younger, my brother and sister, I did not play. I just tell it outright. I said, you're not worthy. And they almost crucify me. I learned how to do it again. I said, no. But, you know, I said, you know what? I wasn't going to be here longer than that summer anyhow, because I said, I'm not going back to that church. But it was terrible. People, the ones who hate each other sit on one side, and the other side, you know. So either the one on the opposite side, and they're always looking over, and they're always winking at the eyes, and they're always saying things. My brother, my sister, it was not easy. It was terrible. And so you understand what David is talking about here. Okay? You understand what David is talking about here through this illustration that I'm giving you here. How people can be. Okay? He said, they wink, they wink at me with the eyes. Those that hated him, they wink at him. They bite their lips. You know, have all kind of stuff saying, you know, them that hate me. And the word hate here is another word that is another Hebrew word, says sane, and it means to hate. It means to hate, my brother, my sister. Sane, it is sin. This time is not shin. It's the same letter, but it has the accent in the left hand side. You know, Sane is a sin, nun, and aleph. And so what he's saying here is hate. And my brother is like the enemy, is a foe. Is to be hateful or odious. An odious person is a hateful person. My brother, my sisters, the problem is that the person can be right around you and hates you, and you don't even realize it. Because just like David said, they eat with him, they drunk with him, you know. He's in the company, he took off his clothes and give them. When the parents pass away, he's there with them, giving them, you know, comfort. But at the same time, they want to see him gone. They want to see him done. You know? And so you're your own enemies, your own foes, your own odious, hateful, odious, utterly hateful people. They're enemy. And you don't know. This is why, my brothers and my sisters, you have to be on your alert at all times on your job. You don't know the people who are being shouldered with you. You don't know You just don't know. Because you know what? You cannot open your hearts and look into it. You can't tell, you know. And so you try to be nice, you know, you try to be nice, but you know, sometimes when you find out that somebody hates you, you know what to do, how to keep your distance. At the same time, you still have to do good to them. The scripture said we have to do good to those who hate and despitefully use us. Pray for them, you know. So those hateful, odious people, my brothers and sisters, they are there. Okay? They are there. And they're not going anywhere. You know? And all they try to do is to see what they can do to get rid of you. But every time they try, Yahuwah, his angel of protection, he sent them, my brothers and sisters, and they're there with a fighting sword, fighting them off of you. And so people allow themselves to be used by Satan. Okay? But Yahuwah promised that he will not allow anything to come nigh you. And they said traps for you, it's not going to work. You're going to catch them. Why? Because you are walking in righteousness. You are living a life that suits Yahuwah. You're not living your life for yourself. So my brothers and sisters, we're going to ask you to take this moment to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.